Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today and I'm being joined by some prolific women today to talk about Women's Day and women's empowerment. But I also want to say that for all of us here, and I'm sure they will agree, Women's Day is every day of the year, not just one day in a year. So I want to first begin with Neena ma'am. Yes.
यंग लड़कियों से बात करो। यंग लड़कियों से बात करो। मैं बहुत सालों से बात करती हूँ। वो यंग लड़की से ही बात कर रही है।
आपसे ही सबसे पहले जानना है कि ये हम एक दिन ना we decide that it's Women's Day and it's a celebration of tokenism and it's a bit of a rhetoric, but I think the world has moved far beyond, and empowerment of women is being observed in every strata of society, whether it is cinema, whether it is upbringing. You are a mother. You have really shattered the glass ceiling when it comes to the stereotypical woman too. Tell us a little more about moving beyond the tokenism and how you manage it.
But if I think about all that what you have been telling me, I feel कि मैं तो कुछ ग्लास व्लास नहीं तोड़ा. मैं तो मतलब अभी भी कुछ पुराने ख्यालात की लड़की हूँ काफी हद तक.
Well, that's not what we perceive you to be. When it comes to your daughter, when it comes to Badhai Ho and the character you played in Badhai Ho as well, don't you all think she has broken the glass ceiling in every way possible?
Where the female protagonists' parts are concerned,
yeah,
you know, considering she has already had a career before Badhai Ho happened. So, and what she did there, it definitely opened a new avenue and new way of looking at what a female protagonist at a certain age of a certain caliber can do in a film which has a leading male protagonist, a saleable star. You know, for me, she became the ultimate star of the film.
The zamana badal gaya hai, isn't it, Taapsee? Don't you think that now you are seeing that tectonic shift even in cinema, women-centric roles? Look at the body of works that you have done. Fabulous.
Definitely there's a shift. I don't know if I cannot even think that how would it had been had I been through the situations that she's been through. So definitely it has changed, but we're still far away from equality. Let's be very honest about that. Yeah, things have changed a lot, but we are far away from equality in every department.
And why do you say so?
It's a universal fact right now. Actually, it's not just in our country. It's everywhere in most of the industries, where be it you call pay gaps to, you know, the leading position. How many HODs are women? How many leaders, so to say, are women? If you see that disparity between the male-female ratio, it's there for everyone to see and understand that the equality is still not really there. And hence, Women's Day helps me to assess that and move forward in that direction where I feel, okay, I did this much. Now, what goal am I setting for myself for the next year? I don't celebrate womanhood on Women's Day because that I'm proud of every day. But what I celebrate Women's Day is as what can be done to get to that mark of equality myself and acknowledge and notice what others have done in the same regard. And that's how I look at it.
So, you know, you were speaking about pay parity to a very large extent. Do you feel the pay parity when it comes to content, when it comes to streaming platforms, or when it comes to films still exist in society? Because there have been actresses, I know, mainstream ones like Deepika Padukone to Kareena Kapoor, they've all in the past also raked up this particular issue saying that, look, the male protagonist gets paid more and we women do not get paid more. Do you see that happening or do you see a shift happening?
I think Taapsee would be a better person to answer that because I've just started my career.
But you've done it.
But I always tell them that please give me something that I deserve. And today, yes, I am open for negotiation. I just do not settle in what I get, what they offer me. Obviously, they ask me what's my expectation. And when I tell them my expectation, they be like,
that's always more, na?
Yeah.
You're expecting too much.
Too much. But that's what I'm expecting. If you ask me the question, what are you expecting? So I'm obviously going to tell you what, you know, I expect. But I think Taapsee would be the right person for that to answer.
So I'll tell you 3 years back when, 3 years back, say roughly, whatever I used to quote, more or less, they used to give it to me, even for the films that I'm the protagonist of. Because it was anyway way less than a male counterpart salary, because I was being very realistic about, okay, are you getting audience in theater? Are there people coming to watch you because you've done the film? Are they coming to, they trust you that much to watch you? So at that time I had a reality check. Okay, you know, let's just make, that's what I call stardom. So I said, okay, fine, you need to attain a certain star value to command a certain prize. Then couple of years later, like now, when I didn't sign a film for 2 years, last 2 years, because I had said yes to a couple of films which I was busy completing between these COVID lockdowns and all. And I was patiently waiting to see what do I get as a result? Do people start trusting in my choice more in these 2 years constantly? Then I can confidently ask for a hike.
Right.
Which I did now after 2 years, saying, okay, you know, now I know people trust my choice somewhere, that, you know, if I've chosen a film, it'll be worth their time and money.
That probably did not have much to do with gender, but the fact that you took time establishing yourself, and you could have been a man and doing that too.
But, you know, the trajectory, the speed of the trajectory is different. With a man, what happens is one hit of a certain 100 crore kind. You know, you just shoot up your salary like that. With a woman, it doesn't happen like that. I have to be consistent and constant in delivering good films and hits, and then slowly I can ask for it. I'm not going to talk about the big male A-listers. I'll talk about the guys who started around the same time I started in the film industry, who would have probably given lesser number of hits, but probably the amount that 1 or 2 hit films that they did collected more than, you know, my protagonist films. But my hit ratio, hit is what? If your film earns money, right? I call that a hit, right? If my film is made only in 20 crores and it collects a 30 or a 40 crore, it's a hit. Versus if a 80 crore film ends up collecting 90 crore, 85 crores, 82 crores, that's also a hit. But you know, it's a different kind of, you assess it yourself. So now a man whose price of the film, cost of the film is high and ends up collecting at the box office a higher amount, his salary shoots up, and till date, I can't match the male counterpart's salary, who started around the same time, has given probably lesser number of hits technically,